Welcome, everybody, to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast. If you want to check out one of our live shows, our next live show is July 24th at Malo in Silver Lake, and then July 27th will be at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach. For more information on that show or any of our future shows, please check out our website, comedypopupballet.com. All right, let's start the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast. I'm your boy, Sean Grant. Usually, Ron G is hosting, but he is filming, what's it called? He's doing a
Nickelodeon
pilot
show, man.
It's actually,
It got picked up.
It got picked up.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Ron G. Shout out. And the two people talking next to me, I'm about to introduce. One is, he's recently just done his all-deaf comedy on HBO, a set on there. He's also a regular at all the clubs around the country and around the city. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Henry Coleman.
Yay.
Little applause. Yeah, we don't have the sound effect no more, Paul?
Not this one.
Damn.
It's in transit.
That's all right. Well, then we get ready because we're going to clap it up for this young lady as well because she's a regular host of the Comedy Store at Crack 'em Up Thursdays, every Thursday. You can also see her around all the clubs and colleges around the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jonnae Thompson. Y'all clap it up for Jonnae Thompson. Yeah. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, man.
Trying to stay cool in this summer.
Yeah, it's a heat wave going on, man.
It's real.
Damn, man. Yeah. I think we got the fan going. Are you guys comfortable now? You got the water?
Oh yeah, thanks for chilling.
What are cucumbers in the dip?
Where the mojitos?
Hold on, brother. Wait a minute now.
I was promised daiquiris.
My bad. Yeah, we're doing a low budget today, guys. I think we even ripped the tag off the waters for some reason.
I did that so I would know. I did that so I would know.
That's a
I thought we did that.
Hood, labeling system.
Yeah, take that off. you don't want to be drinking. You don't know
other people water.
Yeah, these waters.
And then if somebody else got their label off, you got to do something like put a piece of gum on your cap, something to identify, so you don't get AIDS.
Absolutely, man.
Why we have to go right to AIDS?
Oh no, we're gonna get there eventually. Might as well. Every conversation goes to that. But so you guys are both transplants from out here. Well, actually, Jonnae, I know you went to school out here. You're from San Diego originally, right?
That is very correct. Are you a stalker?
Yeah, of course.
No, we've known each other for years.
Known you for years, and in fact, that's where we met at Cal State Northridge years ago. Yeah, you would host. Was it monthly show?
I think it was monthly. Was it the Tickle Me Tuesdays or the Laugh Your Class Off?
I think Laugh Your Class Off.
Laugh Your Class Off?
Laugh Your Class Off.
There we go, yeah.
That's where we met. And you had like a stack line. I think Shantae might have been on that one or Tyra Vera.
There we go, yeah. I always like to switch it up.
Was that your beginnings in comedy? I know you kind of started spontaneously.
Yeah, well, I started at Cal State Northridge when I was a student there. Yeah. I believe you did the same contest, the Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
So I did the Southern California audition, which was on our campus.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And
that was your first taste
time.
Of stand. Damn.
Yeah. I was stopped that day. By one of the representatives. Basically, we were told there's no female representation.
Damn.
Can any of you girls be funny? Do any of y'all got jokes? I was nominated, so I'm like, I'll do it. Showed up, still not quite sure what I was going to talk about for 3 minutes. Did it and ended up being the runner-up.
That's amazing.
Vargas Mason was the host.
Oh, snap.
He hosted what?
He was hosting this the competition for the Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Okay. So he ended up bringing me in a few months later to the Comedy Store for one of his shows. And
did you have to bring people?
Oh, yeah.
You had to bring Vargas Mason, so you had to bring like 8 people.
I had to. I think it was.
And then you get 1 minute per person.
Right.
You're like, you only brought 3 people, so you get to do 3.
Yeah. It was real.
You started in Memphis, right, Henry?
Yeah, I started in Memphis, but I did the San Francisco International Comedy Competition with Vargas.
Oh, wow.
I think it was like 2010 or something. That's when I met
Right. When did you start? I
started in 98. I fucked off my first... maybe 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, because you one of them dudes. Everybody know Ronnie Perry's real good with you. Like everybody.
You gonna say the oldest? Like old dudes. Michael Carr.
No, everybody loves you, man. I mean, that's aggressive. That means,
They ain't gonna Daniel Dugar. The vets. I mean, I think I kind of I started, but I was switching back and forth from mainstream comedy to nigga comedy. for a lot of years.
Right.
And so I finally was like, I was in LA and I was trying to do both, the improv, the white nights, and do the nigga nights at, the Union. It was like, it was just like trying to live two lives. So I was like, okay, now fuck this.
I mean, you both kind of seem to do well in both worlds. I mean, like, what's your opinion of that, Jonnae? Do you find it different or difficult to switch off or?
When I first started, I had a more difficult time doing quote unquote urban rooms. Just because I had a hard time feeling like I was connecting. So I would feel like when I would speak or open my mouth, it was like, oh, I can tell there was this like sort of like a resistance. Resistance of like, you don't talk like us, like you want to be white or whatever. It just was like,
with the niggas.
I felt,
with the nigga people. Yeah.
So I had a hard time being like, I'm not going to start switching it up for anybody, so I'm not going to switch it up in the white room. I'm not going to switch it up in the urban room,
Good. That's good you had that.
So I just kept staying with it, like, this is me.
Absolutely.
And once I did that, it was like magic.
Yeah.
And now I definitely prefer like the urban room. But no, it's all fun and games. But I feel our people, we got tough skin. We can say whatever.
Yeah, I mean, black people know how to laugh at pain, and a lot of my comedy is painful. So, I love white people, but it's hard. It's real hard to have to temper it. So they won't be feeling sorry for you.
Yes, that part.
It's like, oh, you don't want that from a white woman. It's like, oh, his mother beat him.
Like, I'm over it.
Yeah, every nigga in the room got beat. You too, nigga. Yeah.
Yes.
How many did she twirl stingy cords together?
We need to start a Me Too movement for everybody who got whooped.
Yeah, So it's
straight up.
No, I love making people like it don't matter to me really.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point in my career, I want to have people in front of me that's there to see me.
Right.
I'm not really enthusiastic about just doing a room. It's like dudes like, oh man, you need to come do this room. It's packed. Yeah, but is it packed with people there to see you?
Right.
Or is it just packed with people?
Just a bunch of people.
Yeah. Are you doing McDonald's comedy?
Right. That's exactly. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Where you showing up, you know what I'm saying? Where you showing up
how, like,
and there's people there and they just want a burger.
Exactly.
And if they don't like the burger, then they don't like, you know what I'm saying? They just don't like you. Versus now, especially with this social media thing, is I've been to these kids' shows. And a lot of these kids are bringing out people that are there to see them. And you don't have to try as hard when the audience is there to see you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When they're your Instagram followers and they're there to see you, you ain't gotta stump and holler, and they already got a sense of who you are.
I did when I was in El Paso. It was headlining the comic strip, and Just Hilarious was doing the Wednesday. So I came in like a day early to just try to.
Did you go up?
Yeah, she was super nice. I actually came to watch, but I had a feeling that maybe the dude would ask me to do guest spot, or she would, and she did just because it's just her and her brother who tour.
Yeah,
and my plan was like,
and
okay, I'll get some people.
Her audience is ghetto girls,
but it was super packed, and it was specific to her. So I would say she's an amazing person, super nice. Her and her brother is amazingly talented.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Very Desi, yeah, super funny. And it's like, but like you saying, she did like an hour, and all of it was like what you would see in like somebody like you who's been doing comedy a long time, like a polished hour, but. She got stand ovation, because at the end she was like, "I'm done," and I'm like, "Woo!" Because they came for her,
and it's not.
They were.
I watched Country Wayne maybe about 2 years ago, and it just destroyed everything I knew comedy to be. In the sense that when we started, you got to suck Spike's dick, then you got to go kiss Pookie's ass, and then you got to buy Nichelle drink. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
your cause beef with this motherfucker. We're gonna get some goddamn hate mail.
I'm just saying
we beefing now.
I'm just saying the shit you have to do.
No, you're right.
Jonnae got a room and it's packed, so now you hit up Jonnae. I want to do your room, and she's like, I'm booked out until next January.
Right.
So you got to go hang out with her, and act like you like her or whatever the fuck that is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? To get booked for next February. Then I think a lot of my generation of comedians got burnt out by that. And then you see them just kind of jump over that whole thing. And you want to go to them and go, no, you need to go suck Spike's deal.
Right,
we don't care. I'm making $30,000 a weekend.
Yeah.
And is it worth it?
You said what?
Is it worth it?
What you mean? With the money?
Giving a little head for a little bit of sex time. For a little bit of
Is it worth it?
I think Henry just got propositions.
So when I watched Wayne, and he put me on the show, and it was basically, knock to that guy, but when you've been doing it long enough, you know how long a comedian's been performing. You can look at it and go, okay, that's a 2-year comic, that's a 3-year comic.
Right.
Even if they're packing a club, you can still see the years in their act.
Right.
Like, that's a year comic. That's a 4-year comic. So I'm like, that's a 4-year comic. Right. That's how a guy acts at 4 years.
Yeah.
He packed this motherfucker.
Right.
They are having the time of their life.
Yeah.
So I go up, I'm a 20-year comic. He brings me, he goes, yeah, you just keep it clean. I was like, okay, that's cool. I go up and murder.
Right.
I go up and fucking have the set of my life.
Yeah.
Walk off stage. This is how much they loved him. We stand outside, and I'm talking about literally like I did 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Crying and just.
Yeah.
And they go, they're getting his autograph and buying his merchandise, and then they look over and you were good too.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
They came.
They changed my like, I never thought about building an audience. My whole thing was just being funny for whoever was there.
Exactly.
So now when I go to shows and I see comics performing for that McDonald's audience, and they don't have that excitement, that enthusiasm.
Right.
It's like I don't want this no more.
Or what did I walk away that was specific to you? Like Jonnae, what would you say that thing? I mean, I know you're musically gifted and comedically gifted, and you found a way to put all that in your comedy. Like, what do you guys, both of you, I guess, specific to you? Like, as far as like when people leave, like that person is like how Kevin Hart is the. I feel like when Kevin Hart came on, he was the representation of the black middle class, like a family man.
That's a good
you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody you could walk away with. He's like me. He's afraid of things.
It's funny.
He's yeah.
I mean, no, but he I think, with Obama kind of opened the door for Kevin Hart because before Obama, it wasn't cool to be like the awkward black girl, the Issa. It wasn't cool.
Right.
But before Obama, if you wasn't a thug, you wasn't black.
You weren't black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before 2008, if you was a nigga with feelings, you was just gay.
I remember Deion Cole used to be the most alt you would ever find in a black comedian. He was an alt comedian. He's not that now.
No.
Because you got your Hannibals and you got so many.
Yes, but
it's gone the other way.
That whole Obama kind of like making it okay to not be this monolithic one size fit all nigga man. Now you could be. And I see black audiences in real urban rooms struggling to enjoy better humor. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they would just shut down 2006 if you came up there and you were speaking with the King's English. They'd be like, oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like niggas would punish you for knowing white people. Like he knows white people.
Oh man, I did. That's so crazy. I did J-Spot Saturday night.
Okay.
I think everybody had like music cues before me. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. In fact, the dude before me, I want to say Mark or something. But anyway, the dude had like, literally if the DJ killed over and died, he wouldn't have an act. Like, cause everything was like, like he was pushing, it was like him and the DJ. Like,
that's funny.
He would get up out the thing and go, dun, dun, dun. Like the DJ would play sound effects for his act. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I literally was like, I gotta adjust. I didn't adjust what I did because I know the host, that was my in pocket because I can't do that.
Okay.
Right? I don't have any, I'm not gonna dance. Some dudes will literally do a dance tutorial. And I'm like, holy shit.
I used to hate that pageantry too. I used to hate the nigga pageantry.
But there's still ways to do it with your talent. Because I just ranked on the host because it was his birthday. Everybody knew him.
Yeah.
And he's dressed like an old 14-year-old from 1998. So I was like, all right, perfect. Yeah. They can see that. They can see he's got a brand new FUBU set. And I was just like, well, you get the brand new. And then got him into the rhythm of what I do. But it's like, there was that thing like, oh shit, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, and they love it. He was killing.
There's something
like,
to
shit.
Like I'm trying to learn to be more, the way I was raised, my mother and father were very to the point, very blunt people.
Yeah.
Very like, okay, this is how you do this. 2 + 2 is 4.
Right.
I wasn't raised with a lot of pageantry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mother, it was a white shirt, jeans, take your ass to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a whole like, we're going to get you the Jordans, you're going to get Fred, and you about to stun on these bitches. It was, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, but the pageantry is a part of Black culture.
Yeah.
And because I didn't learn it, don't mean it's not there.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so now I'm trying like, so what kind of pageantry shit? Because I want to know, like, I want to be engulfed in it. I want to celebrate life.
How you follow somebody like that? What do you do?
Me?
When somebody has all the bells and whistles, or they just hire
my material is so gut wrenching. It's just so what it is.
Yeah.
That it just
you just do your thing.
Yeah. It just kind of brings you like, you go, oh, okay, this is this.
Right.
Now when I just wrote jokes, and it's so funny, Black people were like, man, you just need to get up there and be real. You know, I was a joke writer. I did the Laughs on Fox, and everybody was like, oh, that was, it was just me joke writing, just my ability to, set up, build a punchline.
Yeah.
And niggas like, man, I like comedy with motherfuckers just being real. Just be up there and get up there and be motherfucking real.
Right.
So then I start being real.
Yeah.
And niggas is like, hold on, that's too don't. That's too real.
Talking about too much of your life. Yeah.
So now it's like I ain't gotta be, because I'm just like the material.
You just know how to make that fun, like
nigga,
your family life and all of that. Like, what do you do, Jonnae? I mean, I know you've seen some incredible talent at your room.
Yeah, we did the audition for All Deaf together. She killed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Destroyed it.
For me, I really just focus on just the authenticity for myself. So like I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and just like throughout the years, like even noticing my style or genre or whatever is changing from starting off as strictly just a clean comedian to I mean, now I hear people, when they're describing me, they say I'm like raunchy. I don't necessarily think I'm that at all. I don't think I'm raunchy at all.
I haven't seen the run.
No,
I need to see that.
I'm like, but I am honest, you know? So for some people, that can be like, you know, it can be, that's right. You know, it's like you're just being honest. So for me, I've noticed that the one thing that brings me back to at every single place I was authentic with where I was in that point in time.
Yeah.
So as I grow or as I evolve, my comedy is on the same journey.
Yeah.
So never lying about anything. So when I was a virgin, I wasn't gonna lie and act like I knew about sex in my comedy.
That was an amazing bit. I remember those bits, like how you do those bits. And so you're not, okay, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
But when that changed, you know, like there was that piece, like, what do I do now? Because I had kind of put myself in this box or I don't know if I did it, but I had definitely, you know, I was about to start doing True Love Waits conferences, level, like where it's like you the spokesperson, you are an evangelist in these streets.
Did you think about that before you had sex? Like, oh shit, is this gonna fuck my act up? I gotta write.
Wow, that's a
I
good
definitely
question.
did think about it. I did.
Fuck up your act.
I did, and I was like, it's worth it.
I mean, good for you, bro.
And then even with like, cause you went through the weight loss transition. Too.
Even with that.
So it was like two things that
those
was
things
like,
too.
Okay, you know, like Lavelle Crawford's like the one I know. Him and he's like his before his set was like a lot about being big. Now he's slimming down, and I think he's funnier now.
Yeah,
I
haven't seen him since he's. I know he's slimming down.
Man,
he's
a lot more. His edge is a lot. He's a lot more cutting and edgy.
Oh wow!
And it's just more like mental stuff.
Does his voice change? Because I know that was a bit of his.
No. His voice is still the same, but he's like it's a lot.
Like I thought that was a part of it.
I know the voice changed a little. It's a little respiratory.
It's like down here because there's no reason to talk because it's like it's down because he's big. Like that's it was like he's.
I just think he's funny. I thought, okay, like I was like even with me, you know, that because I went to counseling and because I was really fucked up in my mind for some years. Like I was just like fucked in my head, right. And I was like, oh, I need to get as a human being, I just need to get my shit together. Fuck being a comedian. Just as a person, I need to not live like this. This is awful. And I was afraid for a lot. I was like, man, if I seek mental health, will I not be funny anymore? Right. And that was a fear. And and as I went through that whole evolution and kind of popping the hood and looking under the, you know, it's like, oh, I was able to like, okay, I'm talented. Yeah. It's not the sickness. Yeah. It's me. Like I'm talented. And I could be healthy and talented.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was that fear, because a lot of us believe that it's the sickness that's making us good.
Right.
Or the pain or the darkness that's making us. And I was like, I can't. This ain't worth it.
Was it the actual pressures of the
I mean,
industry,
I felt the devil. You know, you see that moment. It was like I was doing the way I was living, not to get too far into that.
Right.
But I was in my car one night, and I just felt this. You know how you feel like the fucking devil questioning you?
Shit.
It's like, and then it was that moment.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting on, it was like a night of drinking and just one of my days, which was fucked, which is
but I'm for real. What did the devil? Because I don't know if I ever had a conversation with the devil. Like, what did he saying? So
it was like,
how you thought?
So I was literally, it was just a pain in my chest.
Okay.
And it was just like, nigga, is this what you want?
Okay.
It's just me sitting up in my car.
That sounds like something God would say though too.
Nigga,
At the same time though,
it was just like, nigga, is this nigga? This is it. Like it was just like a feeling in my heart. I got in my car and I shit it under a tree.
Oh, okay.
I just got out of my car, just walked around my car and shit it under a tree. Just pull my pants down and shit it under the tree, and then pull my pants back up and
how'd you
sat
wipe
down in my
your
car.
ass? Out of curiosity.
You did.
I'm telling you what happened.
The devil told him not to.
Like nigga, just pull your pants up and go sit back down in the car. And I sat down in the car and I called my mom and I was like, pray for me.
Damn.
And then I was like, nah, it's not worth this. And this ain't. I can't. This is not what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So, and next day I made some outreach calls, called some friends, and then I, started like, I need these, because I had a friend tell me about some resources. I was like, I ain't no money for no fucking counseling. So, So I started hearing about this different stuff, and I was like, okay, this is where I need to be. Damn. And I just started, doing that thing.
Were you the first? Because I know it's like a lot more popular now for Black people to seek mental health help. But were you the first person that you knew of to like be like, I need help? Like, or have you seen examples of other Black who were depressed?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was some years earlier. I had friends that was going through shit that was telling me about the healing that they were going through. Okay. And I was just like, well, I'm just not there yet. I'm still fucking bitches and getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Doing that shit.
Point,
It did. So then it got to a point was like, okay, what road are you gonna go down?
Right.
It's like that lifestyle, there's a point where you're like, okay, you've been playing with this shit, or you gonna choose it or not.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I was just playing with it.
Do both. So do you ever go to like a place of, I know I struggle sometimes with jealousy or little things like that. How do you guys deal with that? I'll start with you, Jonnae. Like when you feel, I mean, I don't know if I'm assuming or just if you do, like go through places in your career where you're like, damn, where you catch yourself looking at somebody else's, stuff that they got going on or feeling like whatever, like just that dark place that a lot of comedians go to. How do you deal with that? For a lot of people listening to this are comedians or comedy enthusiasts, so for them.
One thing for me is I'm okay with like isolation in those times. So if I'm feeling like it's not healthy for me to really be around other people, I kind of just need to take some time. So a lot of times I'll do things like try to go back home or talk to family or friends from back home. Like just getting home in you is so important.
Absolutely. Getting home.
Yeah. Like
funny. Yeah.
You got to get some home in you. Like,
Yeah. It was so grounding. No matter how high you get out here, you go home. If you're not famous, they don't care.
Yeah.
Like fame is that's the only thing that impressed them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing you, like, if you're not where Martin is, then you haven't done nothing. You come out here like, oh, I booked a commercial.
Right.
Or I landed this, all that shit you see people post online.
Yeah.
I just had a video hit 100,000 views.
Right.
Back in Memphis, they just like, huh?
Right.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And that kind of like, okay, I'm still regular. Like, okay, all right. Let me go get some chicken.
That's good though?
Yeah, that's good. It's real good.
Yeah, to ground you. Yeah.
It's so weird because you come out here and then you try to pretend like you were never there. And then you start auditioning and realize, oh, they want real people.
Right.
So it's like, oh, let me be real.
Yeah.
But how do I relearn how to be real when I learn how to be this shit? Like, it's a mind fuck. It's like what am I doing?
I feel like I don't want to force the conversation here, but it's been on my mind a little heavy. I mean, I think it was yesterday that it happened.
What happened?
Well, I'll preface this by saying, I mean, two well-respected, like, great comedians in both their right are beefing. You know what I mean?
You talking about Kevin Hart and Mike Epps?
I've met Kevin a couple times, super nice. Mike, I know him a little better. He helped me start in comedy. He let me open for him early.
Dope.
And I really admire him. But how do you guys feel about the beef? And is there place for beef in comedy? Or, like, what about, let's start with this beef in particular. Like, if you guys have any opinions
What do you think?
This is my first time hearing about the beef.
Oh, you haven't heard?
Yeah, I didn't know they.
Oh,
they were
so
beefing.
apparently, okay, somebody wrote a comment under a picture of Mike Epps and I believe it was Eddie Murphy, and it said Eddie Murphy's still funnier than Kevin Hart or something like that, or it's funnier than Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And Mike Epps commented under that, everybody is. And then under that, Kevin Hart wrote, yeah, but everybody isn't selling tickets like me. And then it kept going back and forth to the point where Kevin was like, you're a sad individual. I've tried to reach out to you a bunch of times, and I'm still rooting for you, even though you're trying to,
the positive one-upsman shit of Kevin Hart. It's if you work hard, you can get it too. I'm here because I'm the only one willing to work this hard.
Right.
And Mike Epps is like
always trying to be the victim. He accused him of always playing a victim role. Where are you guys at?
I think it's all free publicity
for both of them.
It's just all
they both got projects.
It's all free spin. It's just all reason. Just like nowadays,
so
everybody's kind of turned news into publicity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like just keeping people talking about you.
Right.
Like we're talking about Kevin Hart and Mike Epps.
That's true.
It's like people they sneak publicity into. Nothing is real new. Like except somebody die or get raped. Everything else is just publicity.
Right. Wow.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like this person shot that person. That's news. Everything else is just a motherfucker finding a way to reach your eyes and ears.
Because it's very interesting. He's got Dolomite coming out. Mike Epps does. Kevin.
Another reason not to pay attention to new comics.
Right. Well, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, your name ain't trending.
Do you guys have you found yourself in any beefs with other comics or clubs or anybody in the industry?
I think it's like, for me, it's laughable. I don't know why, but beef and comedy just like, it's like, what? Come on, this don't even make sense.
I mean, I've heard of people getting knocked out over joke stealing.
No, you ain't talking about
like
Russell,
that,
but Russell Peters is mad at Trevor Noah over the joke thievery or some shit.
Yeah, and then there was Gina Yashere came back at Russell Peters, because he admitted stealing a joke from her.
It's stealing. Like the internet's stealing all day, right? Every meme is somebody's act. Like I know of so many thieves.
Right.
Like everybody's stealing there are very few content creators in our business. There are very few people that create content. You have a lot of people that distribute content, whether it be through their great performances or their fucking sketches.
Wow, okay, yeah.
Nobody's really creating content. Everybody's basically looking for shit to take to repackage and say this is mine. That's just what's going on in this generation. Period.
Right.
So to call someone a thief in a school in an era of thieves is like what? Huh?
Right.
Because everybody has their own audience. Like Jonnae has her own audience. Right. So if she saw my whole set and I never performed for her audience, and she go do my set for her audience.
Right. If anybody could,
and then they see me, they gonna say, Henry, why are you doing Jonnae? Like, I just want to make money at this point.
Right. Well, I mean,
I'm not in here to fuck. I just want to I want my audience, and who gives a fuck?
Once you get to a certain point, I think it's harder to steal from you because you're not. Like you said, your voice, your cadence carries a lot of what you're doing. Yeah. So it's
that's
like I would have to
now.
sound like you.
That's the only thing you
if
got.
You're a great comic, if I want to do a Red Fox, but I have to sound like Red Fox. It doesn't even work unless I'm doing an impression of him or any great Earthquake. I can't just steal
People
an Earthquake.
do it all the time.
Yeah, they do.
Even some of
they can steal.
Favorites would do it on the road.
They can steal the. Like a storyteller. He might not steal like a storyteller. Comic and steal. He might watch your set and you're a good one-liner writer. Right. You got one of your one-lines fits perfectly into his story. Can be a beat into his story.
Right.
So he'll just clip your little one line and put it into his story beat to be breadcrumbs for his
Yeah.
Like that's the shit that's going on.
I stole from you the other day in life. Like my girl made a sandwich for me and didn't ask me how I like my sandwich.
Hey, bitch, what the
But I credited you after.
I appreciate it.
I was like, it's another nigga sandwich.
Yeah,
You didn't
so
ask me how, and then my friend Henry said that.
What you hope for is you hope for that eventually you find, because somewhere in all of us is an ocean of creativity. When you connect to your authentic self, there's an ocean of those jokes if you're being true to who you are.
Right. It takes a while to get there, but yeah, once you get there, you unlock it.
Yeah, you unlock it, and then you can't, like you said, dark. You can't be dirty enough for the people that love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people that don't like you, you can be too dirty for them.
Right.
The people that love you, you can't be filthy. I was watching Louis C.K. and they was letting him talk about raping boys do a set. He was talking about how good Boy Booty Hole was.
Oh, because the people, people
It's like
would
this,
risk
they
their
love
life
him so
for it or
much, he
something.
can't be, there's not a place in his mind that he can, there's no fear no more because they want it. They want, open that last door and let's see what's in there too.
Right.
Before people like you, you can't open the first door. Like, oh, this is too much. I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
But when they love you, just open and see what's in that last door.
Yeah.
Fucking boys in their booty.
Absolutely,
Amazing.
man. Yeah. No, he's gone, but I guess you get licensed to go to certain
get
places
that.
after a while.
You get that.
Because
Is your insanity valuable? That's what we're all asking.
Right. No, I feel that, man. So, like, with both of you guys, yeah, you don't want to add the Boy Booty Hole at all? I know you got kind of quiet, Jonnae.
I don't know. That's not my lane. I don't do the.
You don't want to get to that level of comedy?
I don't even know about that one. Can't say that I do.
Right. No, I feel you. Like, what would both of you guys know? Like, is there a point in your? Actually, you avoided my last question. You didn't really say if you had beef or not with anybody.
Oh.
You know,
You started off talking shit a little bit about Spike.
I used to be funny. I used to be like, I was like, I'm gonna keep it real. I came out to LA. I was like, I'm gonna keep it real with these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
you be one of the main ones arguing in that back room, I think.
And I
And like
stopped.
at the comedy store, when you
I
crack them
stopped.
up,
I
there's
stopped.
always
I
an
stopped.
argument.
And
Yeah.
I stopped that because people forget you're funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're always fighting for a cause, they
Right.
forget you're funny. And when the auditions and opportunities come around, they forget you're funny.
They just think you're the guy that argues. Or that,
And they'll never,
that
and they
defines.
forget that you rock mics.
Right.
You're either the dude that's funny on stage or you the fucking the guy that's got opinion.
I just read it said you never win an argument. There was that book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was written like in the 30s by this dude.
You never win an
But
argument.
you can never win an argument because you can I can make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to change your mind. I'm not going
Yeah.
to change your concept around this thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
So the only way is to say, well, listen, Jonnae, if I was you, I would think that too. But which is absolutely true. If I were you and I had your exact life experiences up to this
Yeah.
point, I would think the same thing you're thinking. This is what I think, and that's where we can leave it. But to say like you should think this because I do, it's almost impossible. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I let that
work
go
out that
eventually,
way.
because I was so kind of like, I'm gonna tell these niggas, and people would come to me and go, they would go, how's my set? And my thing was like, I'm gonna be real. I'm like, yeah, if you sucked. Of course you did. You know, you were garbage. And so, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, because I feel like when people, if you came to me, it's because everybody else lied and you want the truth.
Yep.
And so, it's I would give people the truth.
What do you say, Jonnae? I know you don't say that. Like if somebody, I say you did your thing.
I don't really. I'm not that savage. I would probably.
How'd you feel?
I would really just focus on the positives.
Right.
Like, I would be like, your
That's the
shirt
challenge.
was really nice when you came
on
out.
time.
I love the way
You
that
went-
you looked at the audience.
You didn't face
You know, you held the mic.
right up to your mouth. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
So I mean, you did it.
There
You
you
did
go.
it. That's
Thank you, Jonnae.
you
I
did
appreciate
it.
it.
That's all you do. Is
I
just
did
say,
my
you
best.
did it.
Yeah, you left them feeling
Hit them
good.
with that.
And you never know because that person you don't know what their connections are in the city or
That's
whatever
what I'm-
happened. So then
People ask you for the truth and then punish you for it.
yeah.
So I was
And
like,
that's what I've learned. That's why I don't give it to people unless I really love you and know you and know you really can handle it.
Yeah, and that wasn't untruthful. The things that he
No,
did.
it wasn't truthful,
He
but it
just
wasn't
didn't say
the
the
full.
thing. Yeah,
You know, I didn't answer.
And then
what
they harbor it, and they'll hold it, and then they'll harbor those resentments towards
Right,
you for something they asked for.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, okay.
She a hater.
Now,
he
people,
a
when they
hater.
say, tell me the truth, I really need to know, they're really saying, I feel terrible right now.
Right.
And don't say anything to hurt my feelings. Just let me, just get me through the net. Give me a bridge to another place.
Damn.
Because I do it all the time. Like, even just getting dressed for shows. Like, it's when you do something weekly or when you just got to always be on, who has clothes like that?
Right.
First off, I'm not rich. So
you always dress nice.
that's the thing, but it takes time to get to that point, and half the outfits you don't see them. They don't make their way. But when I'm asking, like, how does this look? Like, I get in an argument every Thursday with my fiance because he tells me the truth.
Yeah.
He'll be like, that's too
congratulations.
too velvety, too.
Yeah, okay, so when is the
congratulations.
Thank you. Next July.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, so-
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
And he's not a comic, right?
Hell no.
Yeah.
What does he do? Does he come to your, he still come to a lot of your
Yeah,
shows?
I met him.
he's
He's
very
very nice.
supportive. So he does graphics. He's on a creative level.
Cool.
Then he
That's
has
your flyers.
his 9
There
to
you
5.
go.
You know,
You got your flyer
situation.
maker right there. You fucking
Yeah.
do the videos. and
There we
whatnot.
go.
I think
So-
is it easier with somebody who's in like a creative field? I think like to
Well,
find
see,
romance.
he's a creative, but he also has his 9 to 5.
He
so
earns. He's a creative
He
that
knows.
earns.
He knows that like when these projects aren't going through on the freelance end,
Right.
I have this job I can go to
yeah.
during the week to
Mm.
make sure we have some stability. So I respect that because
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing the 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Like,
Right.
I like to do stuff like this. Like, I'm
Yeah.
available to come do a podcast
Hell
and
yeah.
then go do a film later today and then go to
Yeah.
a screening later. Like,
You know, I actually, outside of comedy, I like working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I got like some months when I'm not booked or some shit, like I'll get a regular job.
Mm.
You know, but I like to do warehouse work.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
right.
just because I don't like to learn when I'm not doing comedy.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have anything that I can't just leave at the job.
Right.
Like I work at a fucking fast food restaurant. As long as, you know what I'm saying? Something I could just go and do something,
Yeah.
make a check,
yeah.
and then leave.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
like to, people are like, well, you're so smart. You should, I don't want
feel you.
I don't want this job to be a 24-hour job.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
I want to be
Clock
when I
in,
clock
clock
out,
Then
this
it's
is not when I'm
done.
gonna get a text later
Yeah.
or Henry, what did you or what happened to or what's
Right.
going on with this customer.
Yeah.
Like I could just clock out and then become a
Yeah.
comedian.
Done.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
and that's the thing. Like over the years, when you're a bright person, I
Yeah.
would go to jobs and be like, "Oh, you're so smart. You should do it," and they would try to give me more responsibility.
Right, right. Well, let me ask you both. We'll run out of time, but I mean, when will you guys both know? Like, is there a point where you're like, you know what? I'm as successful in comedy as I want to be. Like, will there be a moment that you can think of in your mind, like, when this happens, I know I've done everything I want to do? Or I'll let you. You want to take it first, Jonnae? Like how? What? Is there a moment like that, or is it because you're both successful in your own right? Like to me, and to most people who would be. But is there a moment that you feel like is upcoming where that will be realized?
You know, that answer has changed a lot over
Since
the
you first
years
started?
for
Yeah.
me. Right now, what the answer is that moment is today.
Yeah.
That moment is just the fact that like I'm literally doing the things I've dreamed about.
I love it.
Nothing can beat that.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like if I put some type of something with a something measurable, some type of
Yeah.
measurable goal, I feel like that's dangerous for a person like me.
Yeah.
Because once I reach that goal,
Yeah.
where is there to go from there?
Absolutely.
You know?
I feel you.
So just the being grateful for where I am right now and
Yeah.
knowing that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be,
Yeah.
and I'm happy
Enjoying
with
it.
that.
Enjoying the journey. Yeah. What about you, Henry?
Like I really like these last couple years, I really kind of found my voice.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm there. I'm complete in that process, like of knowing what I want to communicate comedically.
right.
Now
right.
my next goal is just to be successful on platforms.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
get that
yeah.
viral video, get that
Right.
sitcom, get that movie. You know what I'm saying? Land those things.
Right.
But I'm a lot more secure about me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is what this is what you're gonna get. I'm not teeter-totting no more. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be clean,
Mhm.
Henry, and then be
Yeah.
dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I'm this nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I love
Like,
it.
this
I
is-
love that. Yeah.
I'm this nigga and so I'm not this nigga. So
Absolutely.
now it's just like working, putting the gloves on.
Right,
Like, okay,
right,
you know,
right.
learning how. Okay, how do I do? This. through these different mediums.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I'm at.
Speaking of those different mediums, like how can the people stay in touch with you?
Instagram, Henry.Coleman.773. YouTube, of course, Henry Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you come to my page, just expect to see the worst shit. You know what I'm saying? Just
you do those where you like comment on pop me. Like,
I do
love
that.
those videos,
I do that shit.
Hell yeah.
Just the worst stuff.
I love it, man. What about you, Jonnae? How can people stay
you
in
can
touch with you?
find me on Instagram at Jonnae the Queen, JONNAE the Queen. Twitter, Jonnae Thompson. YouTube, Spotify. All that fun stuff.
And every
Facebook.
Thursday.
Every Thursday, yes, you can catch me live at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Crack 'em Up Thursdays. I'll be in Atlanta next week, in Baltimore the 28th.
Yeah.
If you're in those cities, come on out.
Show the love.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And this is at the Comedy Pop-Up. I always get it wrong, Paul.
Yeah, at Comedy Pop-Up. If you want to check out one of our future shows, comedypopupla.com. We got 2 shows coming up.
Yeah.
July 24th, we're going to be at Malo and Silver Lake.
Yeah.
And then July 27th, we'll be at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach.
Nice. Yeah. And I'm Sean Grant Pictures on Instagram, guys. Thank you so much for listening. You've been listening to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast, and we are out.
Thanks.
Yeah.